What's up guys, it's you and welcome back to Pokemon Showdown Live. This is episode number 43 that I'm doing here on the channel, and I hope you guys are excited as I am to begin this episode. So we are using the same Diancie team that I built with my buddy Invoker, which I think is pretty good. And looking at this guy's team, it looks like if I lure this with Gyarados and he comes in with this and clicks Stone Edge, then I win. It's that easy. So I'm just gonna go ahead and lead Sweatpants to get my rocks up early. Also, I just realized I'm using the same music, but it's whatever, because we're using the same music again, because this music is good. He ends up leading with Landorus right here. Looking at potential Scarfers on his team, those two are potential Scarfers. This gets rocks, and this gets rocks. So I'm going to assume that he is Scarf Landorus, and he ends up going for the U-turn, as I can just go ahead and get my rocks up. So he goes into Latios, and I'm just clicking Stealth Rock again. This may not be the smartest play, but I want them up right now because I can put some more pressure on his team if I do have them up. So he ends up just going for the Side Shock and knocking me out, though, making the good play. So this is not Scarf, so by the looks of it, he's not double Scarf. Right here, I think I'm just going to go into my own Latios and try to pick him off. If he goes out in a Mew, that's a little bit unfortunate. Which makes me kind of want to trick, to be honest. But I'm just going to go ahead and drop a Draco. Maybe he thinks this is a speed tie, but I'm moving at Mach 6 speeds because I am the 6th god, and he just ends up going out into Ferrothorn, which is fine. I'm assuming we're just going to see him try to get up his rocks right here, so I'm going to go straight out into Weepone the Gyarados, and go ahead and use my natural gift right here. Hopefully he doesn't T-Wave the switch. That would be unfortunate, but I think he's just getting rocks up. Don't T-Wave. Don't T-Wave. Okay, he just gets rocks up. Everything is okay. I'm just going to go for the natural gift right here and get a good chunk off on this to where I can kill it with Diancie's Earth Power, as he ends up going for the Leech Seed right there. I'm just going to double out immediately into Friendship because I know it's taking a lot of damage, but to be honest, Friendship doesn't really do a whole lot for me this match because it is 2 KO'd after rocks by Latios' Psyshock if it's Life Orb, and it indeed is. So he ends up pulling the double out into his Mew, which to be honest kind of sucks for me, but I can just go out into Latios and eat up this Willow. And Willow sucks no matter what Pokemon it's on. Thankfully he misses. I'm just gonna trick him straight away, I think. If he goes into Pharaoh as his switch, that's fine. He just ends up going for the knockoff. So there it is. This is a pretty free switch into Mega Diancie if I do want to take it. But Gyarados is also at a pretty good amount of health right here. Or do I just fire? No, I don't fire off a Draco. 6th God can be useful this battle if I want to risk a speed tie here, or if I want to risk a speed tie here, or if I just want to drop a Draco on his Charizard. I'm kind of assuming he's Char X, judging by his team structure, because he does have Latios and Gengar as his primary special attackers, and it wouldn't really make sense to me, to be honest, if he was a Char Y, but I guess he could be. So he just ends up, what does he end up doing? He ends up staying and going for another knockoff, which is fine, because I am just going to just waterfalling my safest play. I kind of want a DD though. I really want a Dragon Dance. What's his Ferrothorn at? Ferrothorn's at 29%, meaning it's going to take rocks. 23. It's a roll on Earth Power from that range with Mega Diancie. And that dies to the thing, the Earth Power if it's X, and Diamond Storm if it's Y. That I don't think I can sweep until we can Gengar. I'm just gonna go straight away for the waterfall because if he does stay in, this is fine. Okay, he just goes out into Gyarados, and not Gyarados, he goes out into Ferrothorn, and he's gonna end up sacking this thing, which is fine by me because, frankly, as long as this thing's out of the way, it makes Diancie's job of sweeping a lot easier. He ends up going out into Latios right here, and to be honest, I just want to get chip damage off. If he does Draco, that is fine. I'm kind of afraid of him being EQ because his team looks like it could use EQ Latios if he is Char X. I don't want to make any predictions right here as he just ends up going for the T-Bolt, so that's fine. It's not too big of an issue. Do I want to risk a speed tie? That's the question. I don't think I do. Although to be honest, Latios doesn't actually do anything for me for the rest of the game. except maybe drop a Draco on that, but I want to come in with Mega DNC on that anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. I also need for this to be at 76% in order to knock it out with the Moonblast, so I do end up winning a speed tie right there, so that is pretty cool. And perks of not running Modest, even when you're Scarf. So I'm able to knock him out right there, and he just ends up going out in a Landorus. Unless I want to risk another speed tie, I'm just going to drop a Draco right here as he ends up knocking me out with the U-turn. I didn't really want to switch in anything to a knockoff, because like he could have very well gone for Earthquake, predicting me to save that right there. If he goes out into Mew, this is a free Mega Evolution for me. He ends up going out into Gengar though, so that is a good switch. What is this thing as 87%? Does it live a Sludge Wave? First, do I want to take a Sludge Wave? That's another question. If he Sludge Waves me, what's his next? If he Sludge Waves, I live and kill him with Waterfall plus Aqua Jet. What's his switch in then? If it's Landorus, then I think I'm in a good position. And I think it's going to be Landorus. It could also be Mew. I'm just going to calc this first. So Mr. Fang's IMO goes for the calc. Azumarill. Assault Vest, this needs to be 252. No, this is 240. Yeah, that's 240. Versus Gengar, we need 252 special attack. Life Orb. Sludge Wave. How much is a Sludge Wave gonna do? Please inform me, Almighty Calc. Sludge Wave is gonna do 72 to 85, and no rocks around the field. So unless he crits me, I should be able to live, or he's Modest. I'm just gonna go straight out into a Azumarill right there, or right here rather, and then go for the Waterfall. If he does want to switch out, that's fine. If he Wisps, that could potentially be a problem, but I live, it's no problem. He doesn't even get the poison. It's too easy. So we'll see what his next switch right here is, but to be honest, looks like Mega DNC can come in and put in a lot of work. He goes out into his Mew next, so to me this is a free switch to DNC because I Mega Evolve. Even if he goes for the Willow right here, then I get to fire off a free Moonblast versus something. He could potentially try to double out in a Landorus right here, which would be a pretty risky switch, but he ends up going for the knockoff, which to me was not the play, because right here I can just go straight away for the Diamond Storm and get damage off on whatever comes in if he chooses to do such a thing where he would switch out. To be honest though, I think his best play is just to sack this and force me to be honest, I think his best play is just to sack this because this is a Choice Scarf Mew. It's not going to do too much for him for the rest of the game, and it is basically setup fodder for Mega DNC, and I can click Rock Polish at any time versus the thing, so it is not an issue whatsoever. He ends up going out to Charizard. Okay, that just died. So now I think he has to go into Landorus and click EQ right here. I do think it is his only play, but just in case he tries to make... My dog's moving around, but now you can't hear my dog because I'm using my new headset, so that's kind of nice. But either way... Hi, dog. Yes, I know. You're like, what, Gio, why are you talking? It's 1 a.m. But I'm just going to go out into Friendship right here because I don't want to risk any weird Stone Edge right here. So he just ends up going for the U-turn, which is cool. Do I agree with that play? No. Was it probably the right play? Yeah. So I'm going to go straight out into my Fruity Pebbles right here. And I'm just going to fire off a Moonblast. I want to see if he's going to stay in. Because to be honest, he can't do anything to me with this. He's just going to... Oh, synchronize. That's kind of cool, actually. So I'm going to do a good amount of damage right there. And I'm just going to Rock Polish right here because I can outspeed if he switches in. And he's locked into Willow, which is in a favorable situation for him. Because then I force him to go for the I force him to go for the EQ if he wants to kill me with Landorus. If he comes in, I get off a chunk of damage. Everything's good. Because Stone Edge should do about 50-something%. So let me think here. Rock Polish is going to take me down another 12 to 68, then to 54, and I get a free Moonblast. So I think he has to go for the EQ. I think that's the play. So he just goes for another Willow as I Rock Polish, and I think this is game. unless he crits me with the Stone Edge, or I crit him with the Moonblast, this is game. This is where it would have been kind of nice to have a zoom reel, because then I could just go for the Moonblast and not have to worry about being crit by this Stone Edge. Actually, he can go for Stone Edge for free. That's disappointing. Maybe he's like 0 bulk. Just go for the EQ. He goes for the Stone Edge, and this is gonna be close. Hacks Gods, you've been brutal to me for the past week, I'm not gonna lie. I've been beaten by stuff like Quick Claw Gardevoir on a 10% chance. When I was playing Chimpact, I missed a Draco and 3 play roughs. I don't ask for much. Can I please have a Stone Edge miss? Can I please have a Stone Edge miss? Oakland, I love you. Dodge this Stone Edge. I know you can do this. I know you can do this, Oakland. Okay, never mind. You know, that's a good game, though. Wasn't a whole lot of hacks there. I definitely could have played it better, but, you know, I will get better. It's just a fact. I'm going to lose some games. So, anyway, if you guys did enjoy that episode, please make sure to leave likes. It really does help show support for the stuff that I'm doing here on the channel also. Make sure to answer today's comment question of the video, which is, I'm actually kind of interested to hear about this. How do you guys get off tilt? Because I know for me personally, that's one of the biggest issues I have as a player, is that when I start tilting, I tilt hard, and I tilt for a long time. I want to hear your guys' methods of coping with tilt, so that I can hopefully avoid it in the future. And with that, I urge you guys to subscribe if you guys are enjoying the constant content, and with that, I'll catch you on the flip-flop.